Soroca is a district in northeast Moldova. Its administrative center is the town of Soroca. At the 1st of January 2011, the population of the region was 100,400. History. Ancient beginnings. Archaeological evidence of prehistoric occupation dating to 35,000 to 50,000 years ago has been found in the Soroca region near the village of Rudi. In about 400 to 300 BCE, ancient defensive walls were constructed. For the 9th century to the 12th century CE, two cities developed. They were called Farfuria Tersiska and Germanarial. In the 12th and 13th centuries, a Genoese fortress appeared at Alciona. In the period 1439 to 1457, villages are mentioned: Vasoka, Vasilkau, Rudi and Pilita. The new town of Soroca. In the second half of the 16th century, Stefan the Great built a wooden fortress on the former Alciona Mount. The fortress was transformed into its present form between 1543 to 1546 during the reign of Peter IV Res. The creation of the town allowed for trade along the Nitru while providing protection from foreign invasion. For many years Soroca was a center for arts and agricultural markets for the Principality of Moldova. At various points in time, Soroca was affected by wars with Tatars, Cossacks, Poles and Russians. Between 1684 to 1699, under control of the Poles, changes in Soroca were made. A deep moat was dug, a well was dug in the courtyard, 14 stone casemates inside. Gradually over time, with more stable rule, the town and its region lost military importance. Soroca in the 19th and 20th centuries. In 1812, Soroca was occupied by Russia. The population became more varied as Russians, Ukrainians and Jews moved to the region. From 1849 to 1917, Soroca was governed as part of the Bessarabia region of the Russian Empire. In 1918, at the conclusion of World War I, Bessarabia was made part of Romania. Until 1944, Soroca remained the administrative center for this Romanian region. In 1944, as World War II reached its end, Soroca became part of the MSSR. Moldova became an independent state in 1991. Soroca has since remained an administrative region of Moldova. Natural history. Geography. The main geographical feature of Soroca is the Nitru Plateau. The terrain is hilly with deep valleys, dales and ravines. Other features include a gently rolling plain to the northwest and the Raut and Nitru rivers. The highest points in Soroca are Vadeni Hill at 347 meters and the Vasoka Hill at 330 meters. Soil. The soil is grey-brown to the height of the Nitru prominence. In other areas, the soils are humic calcareous, Chernozem. Alluvial soils are swampy. There are active processes of erosion, karst, torrents of mud and sometimes landslides in the Soroca District. Climate. The climate in Soroca is temperate continental. Winter is usually mild and short with an average temperature of -5 to 6 degrees Celsius. Summer is long and warm with an average temperature of 20 to 21 degrees Celsius. The average annual rainfall is 485 mm. Soroca has a suitable climate for farming cereals, sugar beet, tobacco and also for horticulture. Fauna in the district is typical of steppe areas. In the Nitru Basin there are 68 species of fish. Most of Moldova's 270 bird species are present. There is both natural and introduced wildlife. The introduced species include 19 types of mammal, 37 bird species and 7 types of reptile. Native creatures include foxes, hedgehogs, stone marten, deer, wild boar, raccoon, dog and wolf. Flora. 7% of the district is forested. Common trees include oak, hornbeam, maple, linden, ash and elm. Beneath the trees are hawthorn, hazel, cocksfoot, honeybear and others. Natural resources. Granite can be found in Kosorti and building stone at Auckland, Varankau and Vasoka. Cretaceous limestones and iron ores were discovered near the village of Varankau. Limestone, for instance in Vasoka, is mined for chalk and chalk dust. Banks of chalk are also found throughout the Netru, including in Kremensiag, Soroca, Vasoka, Varankau and Solina. The limestone is extracted in Vasoka. Protected areas: Baksani Forest, Kosorti Landscape Reserve, Hill Kaska from Kremensiag, Netru Threshold from Kosorti, Reef Mounds near Vasoka, Rudi Air and St Landscape Reserve. Rivers: the Netru River creates 93 kilometers of the eastern boundary of Soroca. The barrier of the Netru Plateau means the tributaries are short. Water from the Netru River is used for irrigation, public supply and industry. Reservoirs have been constructed to meet public demand. There are also 64 natural reservoirs. Administrative subdivisions. Soroca has 68 subdivisional areas and 33 villages containing 34 commons. The administrative center is the town of Soroca. Demographics. On the 1st of January 2012, the district population was 100,100. 37.5% live in urban areas and 63.5% in rural areas. Births: 1051. Deaths: 1427. Growth rate: -376. Ethnic groups. Religion: Christians make up 98.4% of Soroca's population. The great majority are of the Orthodox faith. Those of Protestant denominations make up 0.6% of the population, while those of other religions or no religion constitute 1.6%. Orthodox Christians 97.8%. Protestant 0.6%, Seventh-day Adventists 0.2%, Evangelicals 0.2%, Pentecostals 0.1%, Baptists 0.1%, other 1.1%, no religion 0.5%. Economy. Soroca hosts 24,645 registered businesses. 62,795 hectares of the total land area is used for agriculture. Arable land occupies 55,801 hectares of the total agricultural land area. Orchards 6,348 hectares. Vineyards 134 hectares, others 512 hectares. Grassland 11,794 hectares, other 512 hectares. Education. Soroca has about 58 educational institutions catering for preschool to tertiary students. The total number of students is approximately 12,023. Among others, there is a boarding school in Vasoka, a special school in Solona, as well as a temporary placement center for at-risk children. In Azimut there is the Icarus Day Center for disabled children. In Dacia there is the House of Hope for Youth. Specialized areas of education include sports, teachers training, agricultural training and a school for the arts. A vocational school has about 308 students. Politics. Soroca lies in the North Red electoral region. In elections of the first decade of the 21st century, the PCRM achieved 50% of the vote in Soroca. See the table below for the results of the 2010 election. Culture. The Soroca region hosts a number of cultural centers and libraries. There are also museums, art galleries and monuments. The region preserves objects of national importance and local importance. There are two monasteries, the Monastery of the Assumption in Kosorti and the Monastery of Rudi. Health. Soroca has a general hospital with about 375 beds. It is complemented by general practitioners, health centers and specialists, personalities. Emmanuel Gavrilata, lawyer, journalist and activist. Yushin Koka, composer and violinist. Kira Moradova, director, screenwriter. Leonte Dismaninu, communist militant. Luda Kroitor, Australian dancer, five-time world champion salsa, winner of the Australian show Dancing with the Stars. Robert Steinberg, Canadian and American mathematician, known for his work on representation theory. Samuel Bronfman, Canadian businessman, billionaire, philanthropist and founder of the distillery company, Seagram.